Class, hopefully you are having a good day. This is lesson 12-2. These are angles of a triangle. So obviously we've done some of this before. So classify the angle as acute, right, obtuse, or straight. We know again that this is a right angle. We know that this is an acute angle. Remember we said tiny angles, small kids are acute. So acute is smaller, so we got acute. This is a straight angle because it's a straight line, and obviously with number 4 we have an obtuse angle. So one of the things that we've talked about are the kinds of angles, but we've already dealt with that as well. Today the essential question is, how can you describe the relationships among the angles of a triangle? One of the things that we've already done is we've already talked about what the interior angles are, and hopefully you remember that that equals 180. Here's the activity that we've already done. If you draw a triangle, cut it out, and then you tear off the 3 angles, remember you can put those together and they will form a straight line, and that will mean that the different angles in the triangle will equal 180 degrees. Again, draw a triangle, tear off the corners, put those 3 all together, and you will have a straight line. Therefore, all 3 angles on the inside will add up to 180. In this activity, you can draw the triangle shown and label the 2 angles angle 1 and angle 2. We will find the measure of angle 1 and 2. And one thing that we know is we can get 2 really quickly because this is a straight line. So what we will know is that 34 plus angle 2 will equal 180 because of that straight line. So we can find angle 2. We can also say that 34 plus 90 plus angle 1 will equal 180. So what we can come up with is angle 1 is 56, angle 2 is 146. 146 plus 34 is 180. 56 plus 34 is 90, plus the 90 gives us 180 for the inside. These examples are ones that we've already done. There's a couple different ways that we can do this. We know that 70 plus 70 is 140, plus x has to equal 180. So if I take 180 minus the 140, I will get my 40. This one is a right isosceles, and because we know that they are isosceles, that means that both of these are the same. So we can say that this is 45, 45, and 90. In this one, we have an obtuse, I believe, scalene, but when I can do this is I can go 104 plus 35 is 139. I know that all of them add up to 180, so 180 minus the 139 will give us our answer of 41. Again, this is a obtuse isosceles because both of these are the same, so we know it's 36. In our last 2 examples, we know that this is a right triangle. 90 plus 27 is 117. 180 minus 117 will give us our answer of 63. And since all of these sides are equal, we know that this is a 60, 60, 60 or an equilateral triangle. The other way that we can think of this is 120 plus what is 180, so 180 minus 120 gives us 60. The first key idea that we've already talked about in an earlier chapter is the interior angles of a triangle. We know that the sum of the interior angle measures of a triangle is 180. So in algebra terms, we take angle x plus angle y plus angle z, and those add up to 180. In our first example, we know that 32 plus 48 plus x equals 180. When we add those together, that gives us the 80 plus x equals 180. We subtract that 80 from both sides, so we know that x equals 100. On this other side, we know that x plus 28 plus 90 is equal to 180. We now have 2x plus 118 equals 180. In this, we can subtract the 118 from both sides. We will then get 2x is equal to 62. When we divide both sides by 2, we get x equals 31. Again, they're only asking us to find the value of x, but we know that this angle right here is 31. We know that this angle right here is 59. Hopefully you're able to do these two problems. We know that 25 plus 81 plus x equals 180. When we add those two together, we get 106 plus x equals 180. Again, we are going to subtract the 106, so we will get x equals 74 degrees. In our second example, we have x plus x minus 35 plus 43. Again, those equal 180 because of the triangle. These two right here, we get 2x. Here's where it gets a little tricky. I have negative 35 plus 43, which makes it positive 8, which equals 180. When I subtract that 8, I get 2x equals 172. Again, divide by 2, we get x equals 86. So this is 86 degrees. 86 minus 35 will give us 51. One of the ways that we can check this, 86 plus 51 plus 43 should be able to give us 180. And in this case, we do have 180, so we know it's correct. Our next key concept is something that is new. We're talking about exterior angle measures of a triangle. The measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So what does that mean? Adjacent means next to. So in this case, z is equal to these two added together. Z equals x plus y. So this angle on the outside here is equal to these two added together. So in this first one, we can see that x is equal to these two together. In this first one, we know that x is equal to 36 plus 72 because we're adding the opposites. So we know that x is equal to 108 degrees. In the second one, we know that 2a is equal to these two added together, 80 plus a minus 5, that is a minus. Again, we can combine those two, so we get 2a equals 75 plus a. Our goal, again, is to get all the variables on one side, so I need to subtract a. 2a minus 1a is a equals 75. So this angle is 75. We got two of those, so this exterior angle is actually going to be 150 degrees. So as you can see, we have the answers there, 108, and we will get 150. In this case, they're asking for the exterior angle, so that's why we multiplied it. If they're just asking for the variable, we would have left it as 75. Hopefully, maybe you've heard of the Bermuda Triangle. In this case, an airplane leaves Miami and travels around the Bermuda Triangle. What's the value of x? So here's Miami. It's going to go to Puerto Rico, then it's going to go to Bermuda, and then it's going to come back to Miami. That's called the Bermuda's Triangle. It looks to me like we're trying to find the interior angles of these. So as you can see, what we know is we're doing the inside because we're finding x. One of the things that we have is x plus this angle 2x minus 44.8 plus the 62.8 equals 180. Again, I can combine those to get my 3x. When I combine these, I will get 18. Again, this is a negative, this is a positive. Get the variables all by itself. So we're going to subtract that 18. We're going to then divide by 3. X is going to be 54. So our answer in this case is C. Hopefully we can find the exterior angle in this one. Again, this goes back to the same thing that we were just doing, adding the opposite to interior angles. So in number 3, we have y equals 30 plus 40, so y equals 70. Sorry, that is a 0. In this one, it gets a little tougher because we have the outside, which is 4n minus 20, is going to equal the interior n plus the other interior 2n plus 20. Again, our goal is to get all the variables on one side, but I'm going to combine some things over here. So I have 4n minus 20. Sorry, it froze. Minus 20 is equal to, combine those for 3n plus 20. Again, get all the variables on one side. I want to subtract 3n. Again, that's not the only way. Minus 3n, which would give me n minus 20 equals 20. Then I'm going to add that 20. So I have n equals 40. Again, that's not my exterior angle. I now have to put 40 in there. 4 times 40 is 160. And I'm going to then subtract 20, so that answer will be 140 for that one. So hopefully you can see we've talked some about the same kind of stuff that we were doing with interior angles, and we've also now added the exterior. Again, the interior angles add up to 180. The exterior angles add up to the opposite to, the non-adjacent, not next to, sides of that angle. There are, again, a worksheet posted and some problems from the textbook that you can look at. Also, if you need other things to practice, please let me know. I would be happy to share those with you. Again, all of this is optional. Hoping that you're finding time to do a little bit of it, and please let me know if you have questions. Shoot me an email. I would be happy to explain that to you, and look forward to talking to you soon. Stay safe, take care of yourself and your family. Have a great day.